Mark, what exactly happened here?
Yeah, this is a bombshell. So last year, the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, notified Apple that Gene Levoff, who was one of their most senior executives in the entire company, senior lawyers, had conducted some insider trading based on having pre-access to press releases and earnings results related to their quarterly earnings reports. And he initiated some insider trading in 2011, and then it picked up again in 2015 and 2016. And Apple seems to have confirmed that this indeed happened because they said they launched their own investigation last year and then ended up terminating or firing Gene Levoff. So clearly a bombshell, clearly a black eye for Apple, which has mostly, to be fair, had a clean record in this regard since Steve Jobs was accused of options backdating back around 2004, 2005.
Apple, in a statement, told us, after being contacted by authorities last summer, we conducted a thorough investigation with the help of outside legal experts, which resulted in termination. So sounds like they took swift action.
Right, yeah, they clearly took this seriously, and no matter how high level an executive is at Apple, they clearly don't get a pass here. We saw this back with the options backdating scandal. Apple's former CFO, this was 2 or 3 CFOs ago, Fred Anderson, he had to leave Apple's board of directors at the conclusion of that investigation. Gene Levoff, extraordinarily well-regarded Apple executive, very high up. He's listed on lots of Apple, older Apple SEC filings, obviously. He's listed as the director of many of the corporations and entities that Apple has acquired over the last, couple of decades. Very high level, and he was terminated at the end of this investigation.
Just some of the numbers. This led to $227,000 in additional profit, but allowed him to avoid $377,000 in losses. Is there a void in Apple's legal department with him leaving, or, is there a pretty strong bench?
Apple actually revamped part of its legal department at the end of 2017 when its former general counsel, Bruce Sewell, retired from working at a technology company, leaving Apple. Kate Adams, she came from Honeywell as the new general counsel, and she shuffled some of the top people there. So yeah, there is a deep bench in the legal department, but something really important to note here. So he avoided losses of about $350,000. He profited around $225,000 or so, as you said. But the Apple employee salary for someone in that level is probably close to $1 million base salary, and a few more $5 to $10 million in additional stock options on an annual basis. So forfeiting all that and the career over $300,000 or so seems like a poor choice on his part, and it's good to see Apple taking swift action.